because it's red.
God damn it. No one respects me.
Oh man.
5 now.
Live
5 on
and
Twitch. 5 now.
live
5 on
and-
Twitch. 5 now.
Hello and welcome to Whose Turn Is It Anyway? A show where a bunch of casual players play Avatar Legends, the role-playing game, not so casually. I'm your host and game master Garrett, and this is our campaign of Avatar Legends, the TTRPG from Magpie Games. We've been going for a little while now. This is episode 5, so I'm gonna jump right in with what's been going on in the plots. So in the plots, our group of heroes are Ayase, a Fire Nation nobility, Giva, an earth bending, metal bending rebel. Let's go with that.
Not a cause.
Kimido, a water bending friend and fellow rebel with Giva, and Estrad, a wind speaker, a air nomad monk, hoping to somehow stop the guiding wind, who has been the main opposing force to our heroes. So our heroes got embroiled in this whole thing to stop the to get the Fire and Air Learning Center built, which was then voted down by a secret plot orchestrated by Ayase's father, Mr. K. So they, learning of that, decided to go train, realizing the threat was bigger than they realized. So Giva, Kimido, and Ayase go and train with a blind bow wielding master whose name Yuyan. There we go.
Yuyan?
Anyways, Yuyan, who helps our three heroes on that end figure out some things about themselves to unlock their potential. Meanwhile, Estrad decided to go and meet up with the rest of his crew of soldiers, fellow airbending nomads that he has had training in weight further up the mountains in the region. So he went to them and met up with his rival, Monk Gyatso. Yes, that Monk Gyatso. Who helps train him up a little bit and teach him a new power to help him defeat Khandro while challenging his beliefs on what defeating Khandro actually means. With that renewed purpose, Monk Gyatso tells Estrad about the wedding that is about to happen between Khandro and the princess of the Fire Nation, Ayase.
That's me.
Zayshan.
Wrong. Ooh, I'm not getting married. Wrong.
That's what you think. Princess Zayshan, the sister of Fire Lord Sozin, and Gyatso pretty much surmised this is all a plot to direct Khandro at Fire Lord himself, seeing as Khandro is very powerful. Khandro being the leader of the Guiding Wind, who was against the Fire and Air Learning Center being built, and all of that. Our heroes over training with Yuyan also learn that this wedding is happening tomorrow, so they finish their training and prepare for the next day, where they will head to this wedding. So after a night's rest, as you've recovered from your trainings, you wake up in the cave that you were training in. Ayase Kimado and Giva, where Yu Yan is waiting for you, along with the hotel manager, Mr. Poe, who is also embroiled in this sort of rebellion of sorts. Secret society, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so we are indeed cleared of all of our fatigue.
Yes,
Or-
that is correct.
okay. Thank you. Get that noted.
Oh man.
But yeah, you wake up the next day. What do you say? As you are wake up the day of the wedding.
How far is the wedding from here?
Um, it's up in the mountains, basically. They kind of explained how they'd learned of it, but it's basically in the mountains, in kind of the caves of the mountains, because it's a secret wedding, of course.
Oh, that's alright.
Secret wedding.
Yo-Yon is our trainer's name.
Yes.
Good morning. Yo-Yon. I do have
Yes.
one question before we get going today.
Of course.
My attire is not quite appropriate for a secret wedding. Might you have anything that we might be able to change into?
Unfortunately not. But I don't know. I mean, if you were trying to sneak into the wedding, that is closed. It's a direction you can certainly go in. I don't know
Still in the
how
janitor's clothes,
effective.
Aaron?
What? Say that again?
Are we still in the janitor's clothes?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
perfect.
could be.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I suppose we could just pretend to be staff again. Giva and I have gotten quite good at it. Don't you think so, Giva?
I know I have that mustache around here somewhere.
I can probably find mine as well. Well, that sounds good to me. Yeah. Well, how are we supposed to get there? Oh, sorry. I asked it.
I was laughing. The mustache was right there, just right next to your person. Okay, sure.
It's in. This is one of my junk drawers. Is in this. So
All right.
That's not true. She has it in her pocket at all times.
I stay strapped. You know.
Our carrying member.
Um. So how are we? What is our plan to get there?
We will boat back basically up further up the way and take a hidden path to at least get into the cave network. And that is the current strategy.
I see. And you'll be accompanying us.
No, I have another mission I must see to.
I see. Just trying to find us a friend.
What?
Since us and Rob left us.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll say, give up. Are you ready to roll out?
Well, I suppose so. Don't really need to be dawdling around here any longer. We've got work to do.
Yes. I don't think there's much reason to wait. Not when we're standing on the edge of a precipice between our nations' tenuous peace, easily able to affect the entire world. So, what is? Are we truly really going with the janitor strategy again? This-
Well, I don't suppose you've got a better idea.
Yeah, give it. Or I'll say, do you have any dresses that we could borrow offhand in your pockets?
Well, not in my pockets, no, but perhaps at my estate. And speaking of my estate, I might be able to leverage some of that at least to help us get in a bit more cleanly than the janitorial route.
Well,
Although I ought to be able to go in through the most traditional means. I have money, name, connections, so there might be another way in.
are you bragging right now?
I'm just trying to bring what I have to the table, maybe for the side of good.
I do appreciate that. I gotta say, I do think it would be an interesting idea. Might we have time to go to Ayase's estate before we head out?
I mean, you
Mm.
certainly do, but I don't think pretending you have an invitation to the secret wedding is going to be something that would work if that is the approach you're taking.
Well, that is also a fair counterpoint. But if it's a secret wedding, then wouldn't they also know the people on staff? In which case, our janitor plan might not work either.
Correct? Sneaking in may not be an option at all. There may have to be a more direct approach or just actual hiding rather than pretending to be a part of the staff, rather.
Well, unless you know somebody who can fly and run away very quickly, we don't. Astrad! Wait a minute, we do know somebody.
Hmm. Yes, maybe hiding might be our best option.
Hmm.
Although I wouldn't mind wearing a fancy dress.
Is that what this was all about, Kimato?
Oh, Giva, you've caught me. You know me better than anyone else. I've never gotten to dress up before, okay?
Well, we've been
Never
too
had
busy
reason.
with the rebellion. I mean, dresses just have not been practical, and to be fair, they still might not be. You have to remember, we are on a job.
That's very true. Pants might be the better option.
Well, I'm going to be wearing a dress for my part in this job, so
But,
is something wrong with that?
well, well, to be fair, I'm the only one struggling with it. It's hard to do metal bending in all those flowy skirts. How do you do the squat motions?
Yes, I imagine it's hard to find a restraint. Restraints.
Look at your girlish figure. That was so out of character. Oh my gosh. Wait, Megan, can we pause for just a second? I'm very sorry. What is on the back of your chair? Is that a collie with sunglasses? No,
It's a
never mind.
collie with a gingerbread cookie.
Okay. Sorry. Back
Very
on
comfy.
focus.
There's also a walrus on a ball, in case we want to comment on more things.
Anyway, shall we just flip a coin? Janitor versus dresses, and if it lands in the middle, I suppose then we'll hide.
What what if we go as hired force sent to protect the wedding? Since it's a secret wedding, I imagine they've quite the security detail, and I feel like that might be an easy way to slip in unnoticed. They must have hired people to handle all the riffraff.
Well, they would likely just utilize the Fire Lord's personal guards for the royal family and all of that.
Are they hopefully more competent than the standard guards around here?
I'm not really sure that's saying much.
Low bar, yes.
Well, still better than the corrupt Earth Nation, but we get what we get.
I have faith.
Also, that bad over there?
Some of us, the new king is causing a lot of problems, and there's been a lot of corruption, and places like Shendao has suffered from it. That's why me and Kimato formed the rebellion. People have got to stand up against the royalty.
Yes, standing up to those like father.
Well, exactly. That's why we're all together, isn't it? Because we've got a shared cause to stop this madness.
Speaking of your father, is he not going to be in attendance? Might we get in with him?
There is not a doubt in my mind he will be in attendance and searching for every single one of us with a
Oh.
prying, laser focused eye, with a white hot righteous intensity, that of which could blot out even the sun. So,
Is that like a Fire Nation saying, or?
So then
in
that's
many
all right.
words, yes.
Hmm.
I'm thinking janitor. That's my vote. I'm in for the janitor.
You, Jan, might you have any other suggestions beyond sneak in? We're not all as dexterous as you.
Oh, we're not doing the janitor thing?
I have a route in the tunnels that will at least get you to the wedding area. It's more of a question of, do you fight your way in from that point, or do you negotiate your way past that? Do you just hide and wait for your opportunity? That is really the three options you have. What is your ultimate goal with the wedding? Stop it completely? Find out whose plan is going into action? And stopping that, we still don't know what the ultimate purpose or nefarious goal for this, I should say, is. We just know that this, at the end of the day, could be a true wedding of sorts, but from two people in love, but is more than likely an opportunity to cause something. More than likely a direct conflict between Chondro and Fire Lord, but is that just through the union of marriage? Is there something, a more direct route? I do not know. I don't know the princess or Chondro well enough to answer that.
Well, from what we've seen of Conjuro and what I've experienced of my nation, I can't assume this will end peacefully, so. Perhaps we may be in better spirits if we use our usual sort of, some of our usual flashier entrances, but I think we can get in perhaps peacefully. Perhaps some of my tainted lineage may be useful for something. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, my class feature is called a tainted pass. I'm sorry, I was trying to say it. Sorry.
I also, it sounds like you might have a plan.
Have an idea. Nobody
Well,
seems to
yes.
ever listen to those. Not the votes, not Father, not even Minche. So I don't intend for anybody to actually do anything with that.
Well,
No,
Cap
leader.
Giver, we'd love to hear it.
That.
Oh,
That I said it. Do you want me to repeat it? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm confused. Wait, people listen to me? Wait, what?
I'm usually used to people speaking with a little more authority. I feel like you've got all the, eloquence, I suppose it's called, Ayase, and none of the confidence. If you could just maybe speak with a little more gumption.
Right then.
Uh,
And I lean in.
Let's everybody listen to me. My name is Ayase K, eldest daughter of Admiral K, and I say that we will use my family's name and resource to infiltrate this wedding through the peaceful route, though we do not completely have to shirk violence as an option, because violence will naturally arise, I say. So we can float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Was fantastic. Look
Float
at you,
like a butterfly and
Ayase.
sting like a bee.
Like a true
was-
rebel. Was
I was just
fantastic.
quoting a
Look at
famous
you,
fighter from my
Ayase.
nation.
Like a true
I was-
rebel. Well, you know what? That's how you learn.
Fake it till I make it?
Well, I suppose so. I was just kind of born angry, but you know, to each their own.
Were you like stamping up and down as you? Never mind. Nope, that's just the beginning of a plan. I don't pretend like I have all the answers. Anybody who thinks they know everything is just a father. So
Aren't they the ones with all the questions?
rarely.
Well, I think that is a brilliant idea. You, Jan, do you happen to know any of the people that will be on staff at this event?
Sure do not. No.
Well,
Mr.
you
Poe.
know I know a lot.
Mr. Poe, know anybody?
No. My sure do not as well. Not the hotel matter.
Well, then,
What if I
think it
slide?
might-
What if I slide in a little gold? Then does he know? It's worked before.
Or the commerce matter. I know only that Minister Kute will be there, Dinche will be there, and the rest of the council.
I see. Well, I maybe think it might be a good idea to go to Ayase's estate and get a few gowns, just to be sure that we have everything we need. We would hate to get there and be stuck in janitor costumes, trying to walk in the front door. I think that would be quite unwise.
I mean,
What say you,
again,
Ayase?
again, you would not be going in through the front door. We have a way to get you into the building
Well,
cave network per se. It's just how
I'm
you
a fan of
navigate inside.
caves.
But again, that is up to you whether you just go in through the network of tunnels, essentially going in through the vents,
Side
Or-
hatch.
or walking through the front door in your gowns, I suppose.
Well, personally, I'm a big fan of cave networks. I feel quite comfortable around the earth. I'll go for that route.
Yes, the side entrance may be more treacherous, but there'd presumably be fewer enemies to defeat or potential allies to sway, whereas the front entrance will have many more persons. So
yes,
side entrance.
I'm
Vote.
down with the side entrance.
Will you still
Vote
go
cast.
to Ayase's estates as a to get your gowns as an option once you're inside?
They might prove more cumbersome than they are worth.
Do I have any in-war reason to believe that there be anybody there? A retainer, a father, and anything really.
I mean, keep in mind you're not actually from North Chongling. You're
Yeah,
from,
yeah. This is more like my summer house, you know.
right. So not really.
All right, seems like a 4 out of 10 risk. I'm willing to take those.
Or
Dress
rather,
option.
any retainers would be with your father at this point.
Well, that also might be for the best.
So the risk would be whether or not your father is at the estate getting ready for the wedding, or if he's already at the wedding. That would be your risk at this time.
Right. Well, considering he never paid me a personal visit in all the time I've been here or anywhere else in my entire life aside from, stamping on my hopes and dreams, it seems safe, relatively. Are any of us more particularly adept at scouting? Man, I wish Strahd were here.
Our best to recruit him, but seems like he has another team that's relying on him.
Giba, can you be stealthy? Is it possible?
Well, it depends on the environment.
Urban.
In a room full of nobles, probably not. The best I can do is a fake mustache and a janitor's costume. Out in the wilderness, I think I fit right in.
Yeah, 1-for-1 on the janitor, so that's pretty successful.
Well, I feel like a lot of that
2-for-2, actually. Wait, Kimado also.
Well, I feel like Kamado was kind of guiding me on that one, to be fair.
Well, once you are cloaked in proper Fire Nation garb, you will be guided by me. And perhaps we'll work better as a team.
Yeah, I suppose we've got more common ground than we used to.
Sees one villain trying to redeem himself from the cast energy.
Okay. So to Ayase's summer house.
Haven't been there in so long. It's been nothing but board meetings and votes. I do hope the bottomless pit is still there.
Well, I cannot wait to see this house, Ayase.
All righty. Yuyan and Poe get the boats ready. Do Mr. Poe does the funny reveal of he is an airbender. He
Oh, nice.
starts to move your boat like Commerce Guildmaster Hong did. Any questions, concerns?
Only the borders of this nation. This keeps happening. So many secret airbenders. Damn.
Oh, well,
They're,
that's
they're
because
mostly good, but just shit. It's just so many. It's just unlikely.
Well, that's because I'm also, as he wipes off his face paint, Commerce Guildmaster Hong.
Do that again. Wait, I was looking. Put it back on.
And he puts his Mr. Poe basically can change his face. Yeah, that's what he can do.
Well, that is uncomfortable.
I have a question.
You do that with air?
Energy bending, really, but
Master Hung, Commerce Guild Master, I have a question. Well, I guess I have two.
yes.
What should we call you?
What's your real name? Which one's the real one?
You can call me Poe.
Okay, Poe. Why were there missing guard uniforms?
No idea.
Oh, I see. So you know nothing about that? The investigation?
No.
Okay.
Checking rules for my insight checks. Hold up. . No, I'm just
I
pulling up
think
my
that
core
would
rules,
be
honestly.
Did the stolen uniforms have anything to do with the Commerce Guild? Because I have a note that says investigation into Commerce Guild and there were stolen uniforms.
That was two separate things in the reporting log that
That's
were
okay.
marked as in their book also as possibly connected.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
But where's the man with the sword who's gonna cut the world in half?
Hayate?
Statistically, I won't stop him.
Alrighty. As Commerce Guildmaster Po Hong moves the boats up the watchers, we will cut away to Lestrade. Almost said Mida.
Where?
Cut away to Mighty Lestrade, you are with your soldiers group, whatever we call them. As you basically surveyed the area around the wedding, basically looking for the guiding wind, see if they're hiding out anywhere. You weren't able to pinpoint their position or anything like that as of yet. Just that there is a network of tunnels, and you found an entrance in. That you think would get you mostly undetected into the wedding ceremony, but that is kind of where you're at so far. Haven't run into any of the guiding wind. Few close calls with like different wedding guards for one, but also wedding staff essentially. Yeah. Right now you're outside of the tunnels, but yeah, you have found a tunnel. You're with your soldiers at this point. At this point, you're with your soldiers. Yeah. What? Which one, Jumbo? Sorry. Yeah. Right. So you don't really know that. You just know that there is a wedding. This is where the guiding wind is. Um. So yeah, you're missing that part of the info. Yep. Yep. How do you want your soldiers to spread out? You have 7 of them. So are you just all going into the tunnel and going from there, or? Mm-hmm. And then where are you? Because it's sorry, 7, and then you. I think, because I can't count. Including you, there are 8. Cool. Do you have any specification on which two? Then I will pick the youngest, Tico, and the laziest, Rolly.
Hey, Estrella, what are all their names?
All right. But you all move quickly with your gliders into the tunnels. Kind of following them to the tunnel, you're really quiet. Into the tunnel. I'm not quiet. Straw, you talk. Are you quiet? You're not quiet. Stop it. I mean, huh? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, that won't happen for like 30 seconds. That's weird. Well, we're on that. So let's see. Is it just Jake? Hold on. I can't check now because it's on an ad, but
Let me test myself.
we're on an ad, so like can't check on stream.
We're not.
No, I'm on an ad, so I can't. So
I'm checking for myself. I'm checking myself, brother.
Okay.
I'm listening just to stream.
Yeah.
I'm very loud. Yeah. Jake, can you just like turn up Garrett's Discord volume? Will that do it? Almost certainly. Yeah. Stream is currently frozen.
Nice.
You're a little more audible than Garrett from what I'm hearing on stream. Stream's back.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 ba, bum, 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 ba, bum.
I'm hearing you fine.
That should be fine.
I hear your bums on stream.
Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum,
Should
bum. So I didn't hear Jake at all on stream.
Oh, did we Faustian bargain? Did we lose Jake?
I mean, that's what Morgan was saying is he couldn't hear Jake. Yep.
Yeah, Jake is the silent one.
If I just do this, can I? Okay. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, perfect. And if I ever get, yeah, here we go. Yeah, because we just had no mic for me. So did you start hearing me clicking? Can you I'm clicking. Can you hear this?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit, but I think it's fine. Cool. For all of you that missed it, the Jake half of the conversation was just his plan. You're good. You're kind
There's a secret plan. You can't know.
We're about to play out the plan, so it's fine. So let's see. So they had. So you're having 6 people go in, including yourself, and 2 people keeping watch. Tico, the youngest, and Rolly keeping watch outside. All right. So the 6 of you go in using your gliders. And you basically make your way to it's not a true vent because it's a cave tunnel system, but like basically you're in like you're in like you see basically get to a wall with a crack that you can see into like an antechamber that seems to be the wedding area. So you see from this vantage point, and this is the scanning point that you had found before, but with your group now you see all the different people move, all the different wedding preparations being made, guards. You see Chondro is down in the wedding area. He is accompanied by Hayate. He is also accompanied by a buff-looking air nomad that you do not know, but the rest of the Guiding Wind kind of top members are not in the chamber. There are other normal Guiding Wind members, basically, probably about another 15. But those are the three kind of elite members that you see. There are 15 running about, and then but you know that there are more kind of elite members that are kind of missing, including Mukta, who was the spy that you had sent in and had apparently been converted.
Do I see the guy who kicked my ass?
Which one? Hayate is down there. Yes.
Okay, Hayate is the one who kicked my ass originally with the. I think I've only been my ass kicked once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the lowest diff ass kicking.
Yeah. So I will stay scouting. So like I'm just outside the antechamber, finding Guiding Wind. I will bring all of my homies together and in a hushed tone be like, we need to spread out and look for more Guiding Wind members, but if anyone gets in trouble, we have to, we need to have some sort of a place to meet, and so we're going to meet right back here if you get into trouble, and the signal is just going to be to wreak havoc, and you just wreak havoc on the way back here, but don't get caught. This is a stealth mission until force is required. I'm looking at you. Hold on. Let me hold on. Who do I need to yell at? I'm looking at you, Rita. Looking at you.
I was totally not gonna fight unless like it was fun. Finn kind of reasserts and asks, so to be clear, do we take out Guiding Wind members if we think we can, or
no? Just keep a watch on them, and then just make sure that we keep an eye on them. See if they all start disappearing, then looking around. Is there a bunch of trees and stuff?
no? Inside it's basically a tunnel system. Any like greenery inside this area is basically just like different like plants and things and like table sets for like the wedding.
Okay, so if we see something super suspicious, what you need to do is you need to use your ability and knock over 2 glasses at different times. I just want to hear like a pew, pew, like a not at the same time, but like 2 different shatters. Then we know that something is up, and we meet back here and we can discuss.
And Wiggy says, and like if they find us, are we supposed to fight them or try to get away as quickly as possible?
It's a run. It's a run situation. If you can run stealthily with just one person following you, then do that. But if you start running into like a problem with actual brawl, you can keep running, but make some noise so that we can all pounce into action and get ourselves out of here.
All right.
I want to emphasize that the Chondro guy, he's really, really strong. So we need at least 3 people to try and take him on, because I alone am no match for him. So we need to have strength in numbers.
I've seen what that guy does to concrete.
And last question: are you spreading out as well, or are you staying at the meeting point?
I'm gonna stay at the meet point for now and see if I can spy with my little eye any developments.
Okay.
Probably, I mean, I'm probably eventually gonna see the rest of the party, but we
Alright.
shall see.
All right. Your 5 breakout, looking at, scouting the rest of the area, and seeing if what they can do and finding the rest of the Guiding Wind members. About an hour or so passes of this without any signs of anything. So your squad seems to be have not had everything out of shit in the first hour. Do you continue to just wait and watch?
Yeah, if
during
nothing's
that entire hour.
nothing's developing, I'm waiting.
All right. And then a little bit past the hour is when you hear a voice behind you.
And I didn't sense them the whole way up.
Well, no, because it is your spy himself, Mukta.
Okay.
Estrad.
Hello, Mukta.
You shouldn't be here, Estrad.
Well, I hear this is a pretty big event for the Guiding Wind, and as one who is attempting to dismantle the Guiding Wind, I feel like I should be here for in case any action goes down, right?
What are your intentions? Are you trying to stop this wedding and bring in Condro?
I'm just trying to make sure that Condor just doesn't get to do whatever Condor wants to do. If that happens to align with stopping of a marriage, then that's what it'll be.
So you do plan to stop the wedding then? Condro only plans to return to the Air Nation after this wedding with his bride.
Well, if he has no intention of continuing the destruction of the Guiding Wind or the learning center, then I guess I have no trouble with him.
No, he had thought about retaliating against the Fire Nation further when they attacked after the vote, but the princess was able to convince them out of any sort of retribution and saying that they would be left alone if once they had their marriage and went back to the Air Temple. The Fire and Air Learning Center is not being built. He has no further reason to be active in this area. In the Fire Nation, I should say. Now we can go home and focus on the air nomads.
Did I hear of this? Did I hear of the official decree of it's not being built anymore?
You have not heard of that official decree? No, you did. Yeah, you did because you were at the. Hold on. Don't remember. You did not hear that decree. Conjo had hinted that was what was happening before he was betrayed, supposedly. Yeah, you've learned that, and but you have learned that the air nomads had been arrested, like the air nomads that you were with, not your soldiers, but like the ones negotiating on behalf of the Air Learning Center for suspected treason. You have heard that part, but you had not heard the official vote. This is probably the first time you've heard of that. But
And then didn't Monkey Otto say something about this guy being a rat and double
I mean,
crossing me?
Conjo had told you that he had
Oh,
converted him.
Condro did. Right. Okay, it's coming
So
back to me.
you know, yeah. So you know that Mukta is basically switched sides.
Okay. And so I know. Okay, well, like Condra or Mukta, like I was saying before, it's not my place to get in between the love of two consenting adults. But if this is gonna, be for political gain and for the halt in production on the guy or the learning place, the education center, then I may just have to stir the pot a little bit.
Well, if you intend to stop this, then I must fight you, even though I don't want to.
How the hell did he find where I was?
Wait a minute. You still smell like strawberries or something.
Um. Well, I'll tell you what we can do is I do not want to fight you here. So, what I will do is I will begin leaving and walking back down to the cave system and be on standby from a far distance. And you feel free to monitor the cave for my return to see that I will hold true to what I am saying and that I will not come rushing in unless something starts transpiring that isn't normal course for a ceremony of marriage.
That is fair. If you will retreat for now, then we can keep the peace. But it would not be fair of me to do that without informing you that we have captured the rest of our group.
The ones that I thought were on my side that were in the guiding wind.
No, the other 5 that you'd brought into the tunnels, they've been captured. That's what he's saying.
This man's real quiet, he's just so quiet. You don't know.
What? What people?
My friends, of course. Bulb, Rita, Wiggy, Civ, Spin.
Damn. This is internal. Damn.
Yep. He doesn't mention your 2 that you had outside, Tico and Rolly. But you know, of course, that he would know of their existence. So
Sure. Where have you taken them?
just a holding chamber.
What do you intend on doing with them?
Just making sure that they don't interfere at the wedding.
Where are they being held?
In this cave system, they're being watched over by. Gotta look at names. Where? Am I on the right spot? Yes, I am. Why is this hard? Sanani, the laughing clown.
Something like
Tao?
a sad clown.
Not Tao. Sorry, that was the wrong line. Ihani, the poisonous wind.
Where in this tunnel system are they?
I can't tell you that.
Where are my men?
I will not tell you that, but they will be let go after the wedding.
How can I be sure that you'll keep your end of the bargain?
If we wanted them dead, we would have killed them. If we wanted them to do more with them, I would have just revealed their position in the mountains, would I not, when I switched sides?
You would have revealed their positions in the mountains?
Well, because Mukta knows. Because again, he
Oh,
was your spy.
where we were. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
we were.
Yeah. This is what happens when you bring children onto the battlefield, fortunately.
Who's the child here?
I mean, they're all not chill. I mean, they're all like
One of them.
that whole gang is like Avatar gang age, probably more Korra gang age, so like 16 to 18. Which I mean, Mukta is also like 18. So
That's like main character age. There's no problem with age there. Anybody older than that's just
no.
old.
You
You know?
you didn't bring from a moral standpoint. You did not really do that.
Yeah, I know. I think he's insinuating.
He's just grandstanding.
He's
Yeah.
just grandstanding. Yes. As another 18-year-old that you trained. Because remember,
Right.
these are all your students, essentially.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a biting irony, a scathing rebuke. They're explaining it really hard, right?
I don't know about all that. But
So, can Mukta take me? Do I know?
he's never beaten you before.
Yeah. But like, I kind of trained him. Like, did he show promise? Like, did he show like, given another 100 years, would he be able to beat me?
You know that his promise lay more in the stealthier side and being able to take down opponents from a distance. So the fact that he has defeated seemingly from this position, been able to defeat and capture all 5 of them, isn't that big of a surprise to you. You did consider him the strongest of your students, which is why you sent him on this secret mission to begin with. You thought he could handle it.
This is
So he is the best of your students, but actual like direct one-on-one combat, you think you could probably take him.
yeah. So
That
like,
isn't really where his promise was.
what level of like airbending tracking do I have? Like, can I like send air out into the caves and like slightly like, can I try and figure out where my homies are?
You certainly could. With another airbender on you, you'd probably have to at least defeat Mukta first.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna pretend to retreat. Like that's no biggie.
Yeah. You could definitely try it.
Okay.
Not gonna say it would work. You have to
Yeah,
roll basically
yeah.
a situation. But
I'm confident in my skills.
yeah.
So we can. All right, Mukta. Like I said, my only prerogative here is just to help the fire and air learning center get constructed. We can always take it through the diplomatic chain again and retry to start the building. So I can leave us alone, leave the wedding alone, and hopefully those two have a happy, healthy life together.
And the Mukta lets you retreat. We will cut now back to Ayase and Crew. Yeah. Ayase and Crew at Ayase's beautiful summer home.
What does it look like?
Drag and drop the summer home of Azula and friends.
Hey, nah. Come on. You're
Hell, you know
100
what?
years too early.
You know what? Same house. It was
Deepest wall.
It's okay. Really, the house I guess I'm referring to is that rich dude that they the rich dude's house that they broke down, that basically burnt down at the end. That house, that's the house that I'm thinking about. So not the actual Fire Lord summer home, but yeah, that home. I can't think of this guy's name. The guy that hit on Azula and got his ass kicked. That guy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Now we're on the same page.
People live here? This isn't like a government building or. Oh, God. I don't understand you, Fire Nation folk.
Yeah, but it's a house. Have you not lived in one before?
Well,
I know it's rather small. It's a mere 28 rooms, but it's rather accommodating, I think.
most of my income from the smithy goes to the rebellion. I've been living in tents for the past decade of my life.
Uh,
Occasionally in a cave, but we make do with what we have.
so like when your family goes on great dragon hunts, yes?
Um, well,
you like dragons?
Yes, I read the lore documents.
um, my parents passed away in a flood several years ago. But anyway,
At this point, Yu Yan and Mr. Po Hong say, "We will now be taking our leave for our mission. Good luck on yours."
Will we be able to access the tunnels without your directions getting us there?
She basically describes where it's at, but yeah, you'll be
Okay.
able to get to it.
Okay.
Good luck on yours. Well,
And
I think.
two of them race off. Go for it.
Ew.
Are you going to give us a tour?
that'd be delightful.
Okay. Hello, I noticed. Welcome to my crib. You'll pass these vaulted doors made of pure mahogany imported in from the edges of the Earthen Kingdom. You will see beneath the incredibly well constructed bas relief where you see the swirling works of a dragon, a chimera, and other such fantasy beasts. Also, pay no intentional heed. Don't dally too much as you see the painted glass above it. You'd really have to see it from the inside to see the beautiful refraction of a swan being engulfed in flame.
I
It's
gotta
a
say,
symbol of yes.
make a dexterity saving throw. I'm kidding,
That's not a thing.
but make a I'm gonna call it push your luck check. So passion.
Damn it! I said the wrong word. Push my luck with passion.
That's what.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's with. But yeah.
Oh, okay. My passion is neutral. Boot. 11. No cap.
All right. And as you are walking, you almost stepped into a tripwire. And you notice it. And what do you do now that you've noticed this tripwire in your basically in the hallway leading into the actual foyer main living area?
Are there usually tripwires there? Is that new for me?
Oh, that's new for you.
Um. I would like to immediately halt. Because God only knows how many tripwires came out past and give it to pass, not tripping them somehow miraculously.
Well,
So I'm just gonna
you were leading here. This is assumedly the first one.
yes, I ain't taking that chance. Wait. Something is awry. I do not usually leave out such small bits of razor wire attached to presumably follow my eyes.
You see what looks to be a jar of sorts, kind of hanging above the hall, in the foyer area, but above the hallway entrance, essentially. So it would have fallen on top of you, on top of your group.
What's the in-universe name for Greek fire, which I think this is?
You know,
What's the in-universe name for dragon fire?
alchemist fire, dragon fire, whatever. And stepping out from behind a pillar in the foyer area is Ninche.
Ninche?
Ninche. You were always really clever, Ayase. Didn't think you'd find that so quickly.
Did you two have a falling out?
Something of the sorts. I don't think Ninche did so of her own volition, though.
Everyone does things based on their own choices. You can't make excuses for her while she's lying traps in your own house. Come on.
I would presume she was coerced, if my immediate memory serves.
Your father thought you might return. He was worried about you when you went missing.
Based
Is that what worry looks like? I would have thought he'd have the decency to beat me himself, expecting an incendiary device to do it.
It wasn't an incendiary device, though I assume that's what is more of his preference. No, that contains a gas that simply would have put you all to sleep and allowed for you all to be arrested, or at least for Giva and Kimido.
Arrested. Looks for guards, looks for guards, looks for guards.
No one is here besides me. I would have needed to send a bird. They are all at the wedding that I'm sure you must know about.
I'm learning
What?
more and more every day about what's going on around here.
So no one's here forcing you to do this. You just decided to?
It was my father's rules.
But she did it. That's the thing. She could have let you slid by just now. No one's watching.
Ayase's father,
No, Ninche say it more eloquently, sorry.
Ayase's father has commanded me to ensure that you all do not interfere with the wedding.
And you listened?
What makes you think we're going to a wedding?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, she says, moving past that, quite great deception.
I don't. What's the third level spell that lets me re-roll that? How do I use that in this game?
She says, I am working with Ayase's father because I made many terrible weapons in my past.
For who?
For the military, but
Uh-huh.
more specifically under, I guess, the command of Mr. K. I wouldn't have my wealth today if it weren't for him seeing my intellect, I suppose.
So are you doing this to protect your fortune? Is that what I'm hearing? I did not peg you for that type, Ninche.
I'm doing this because he has promised not to use those weapons.
Oh, come on. no one has weapons of mass destruction and they don't use them. You believe that? They didn't have you make those for nothing. You are attacking one of your truest friends in the world over an empty promise, Ninche. There is nothing more despicable. I would have died trying to protect you from those guards, but you're just one of them. You're part of
And,
this sickness.
and I'm sorry about that, Giva, but I knew that those guards would ambush us. That was also part of Mr. K's plan.
Ninche, there's not an apology that I want from you. There's nothing that I want from you. Your character's lacking, and I am disappointed to have ever trusted you.
Damn.
Given your criticisms are
And you, Ayase, where are your standards? You let these people treat you like this? This is who you call your friend? There's no wonder you're the way you are. You've never known any true kindness, any
man,
true friendship.
why doesn't somebody use their fucking lodestone power? Shit, this is getting crazy. Somebody stop this character. Jeez.
I think that we can go a little easy.
Even Ayase deserves better than this, Kimato.
You are very right. You are very right. Ayase deserves way better than this. Ninchin, we will just get the gowns for our picnic and be on our way. Thank you. Or we will have to face drastic consequences.
I don't wish to do this.
Ninja, please. You don't need to apologize to them. I should be the one apologizing to you. You're the only one who acted as a friend, as a trusted advisor, as a consort, and a guiding presence when I needed you. And I just always blew you off. I always just said, oh, so smart, so grand. I was, I suppose, always so busy thinking of my terrible relation with father, and I didn't truly realize the ways that I'm not the only one who's affected by him. This whole nation is affected by a warmongering admiral with ambitions. I no, go on. Yes, on.
You know how scary he is. You know we can't possibly go against him.
No.
You've seen his anger.
Yes, I felt his anger, Ninsho. But there are other paths. Even if you're, not keen on subverting everything, we don't have to throw away our whole nation. I've heard other ideals. I've heard from those who say there is change that can actually be made working within the ideals of Fire Nation. We don't have to, I suppose, give it all up, but there are certain father-shaped elements which perhaps would be better. I'm fumbling trying to say something to the effect of removed.
Yeah. This corruption is too ingrained. Like I say, there's no hope. You are the only friend I've had ever. Besides, I guess, my wife, but
You've been married this whole time and you didn't tell me.
before she had left me.
You were divorced this whole time and you didn't tell me.
I was a different person. And she saw the tears I made. She was the one that helped me see how dangerous my mind was, my creations. That it was all poison.
It's not your mind and your creations. It's, of course, how they're used. I mean, I had just the opposite, but also the same problem, I suppose. I was told I had nothing, but, through my experiences with others, I've learned that I actually had potential inside me all along, just blocked and suppressed by my own anxieties and fear brought out by father. And you don't need to live in the shadow of his fear either, when there's so much more you could be giving. There's so much more than just the fear and suffering that you see. You're brilliant. Before you were forced against it, you were one of the great architects of this whole Fire and Air Learning Center. One who could have ushered in a time of peace and cultural exchange had it not been muddied all up by those who would see our nations all separate and crueler than they need be.
And she's kind of full of crying now and says, "Yes, I thought the Fire and Air Learning Center was a way for redemption for me. But you're right. Mr. K brings out the worst in us, but that is still part of us. I can't let you all go to the wedding, and I'm prepared to fight you if I must." Kimo said, "I can't do it."
No.
Kimo said, "No, I can't take her."
Friendship.
I was actually about to say, well then, if we must, and I'm gonna pull out my water skin, ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Then, Shay, for all your cleverness and intellect, you just can't see the potential for change and to be better. If I have to, and it pains me to do so, I will beat the understanding into you,
Jeez.
not with violence, but with love.
All right. We are not entering a combat exchange.
Aw, we're cutting? What?
We are working around a combat exchange.
We're what?
We are basically, for this, you'll be relying on your skills and training to make your different, basically you'll describe what you want to do through relying on your skills and training. You'll still be using your firebending and all that. You just want to be applying conditions and things like that. But yeah, that's how we will be settling this combat, is relying on your skills and training.
Yeah,
And
before we go, allow me to prepare for that, so to speak.
No problemo.
Where is that at? Like, what page is that on?
If it's on basic moves, hold on. Yeah, it's under basic moves. Yep. Yeah, it uses your focus. Remember, you can always use if you move your balance, you can always use your balance instead. Is that how that works? No, sorry, you mark a fatigue and you can use your principle instead. So, if you would like, if it makes sense for your character.
If I mark a fatigue, I can use my balance.
Yeah, whatever your balance is at.
Okay.
Instead of focus, if you're not a focus-based character.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Giva and not Rui. Gosh damn it, Kimido. Roll a 2d6 for a mock initiative.
Oh, baby. I got an 8.
Cool. Ninche rolled a 9.
Oh. So this is going to look like I'm going to roll with either my focus or my balance.
Yep.
Oh, that's and then I'm
And then
going
you
to do
just
like a water repair.
Yep. Basically, whatever you want to use. Basically, freedom of however you want to describe what you're doing with your water bending. Basically,
Cool.
it doesn't have to be tied to a specific technique. You can draw on however you want from the show or whatever, however you want to describe how your water bending is working right now.
Cool.
I say go ahead and roll a mock initiative of straight 2d6.
2d6 straight. All right.
Giva, what was your roll?
You said 2d6?
Yep.
Sorry, I thought you said Kimato earlier. I just rolled a 12.
Nice.
Thank you.
Ayase, what'd you get?
7.
Nice. All right.
How will we beat Ninche's 18?
She rolled a 9. Anyways, you're right. I rolled with a D100. She got a. Anyways, so yes, Giva, you're first. Describe what you would like to do.
Well, I would like to use my earth bending abilities to incapacitate Ninche, preferably by wrapping some metal around her hands to prevent her from activating any devices.
Yep. Roll your rely on skills and training.
That's still 2d6, right?
Yeah, yes, it is. You can add your focus. Or subtract your focus. However that is.
Well, that was a shittier roll. It was a 5.
So you step forward. You of course missing the tripwire that Ayase had spotted out for you all, but you did not see the basically loose floorboard that you step on, which activates a flashbang of sorts.
Mm.
As you just kind of lose your sight for a second. You are hi Milo. Looking for the appropriate thing. You are go ahead and mark the condition. I'll call it troubled. Sure, you are troubled. And you swing wide from this explosion of light. But we will now go to Ninche herself, who ducks behind the pillar again, but throws a dagger at Ayase.
Yikes.
And I roll the 2d6 and see what happens. She rolled a 6, so it misses. And also misses the rope that was holding basically rocks above your head.
Look, there's also rocks. Sorry, I was distracted by the urn.
You really were. It looked basically like a nice little net of things. But anyways.
I thought those were just the ornamental grapes.
Which, I mean, the rocks were more, I guess, over Kimado and Giva. But anyways. Kimado, your turn.
I roll my focus, my stuff first.
You can if you want to. You can describe what you want to do first, though.
Okay. I would. Did she get her hands pinned?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Well then, I would like to use the water from my water skin and freeze her feet to
Okay.
the ground.
All right. Roll that focus.
And you said I could mark a fatigue and roll with my balance.
Yep. Yes, you can if you want.
And that's going to be strictly a plus, right? Because it's like plus and then minus.
Yeah.
I roll with a
Yeah.
plus. Okay. I think I'm going to do
For
that
this,
then.
for this instance, yeah.
Yeah. I'm really upset about this betrayal. And so I'm going to mark the fatigue and roll with friendship. Oh, no, that dice. Okay. That is going to be a 10.
And yeah, you successfully freeze the ground around her and her feet. She is the trapped.
Sweet. Yeah.
Alright. It is her turn. I know it's not. It's
Okay.
Ayasa's turn. Ayasa's turn. Sorry.
Legendary actions.
It's Ayasa's turn.
Okay. So this is describe what we want, relies on skills and training.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can mark a fatigue and roll with your balance. The positive of your balance if you want.
Positive of my balance.
Yeah, whatever your balance is, but you don't have to. You not roll with a negative because obviously if you're not at 0, it's
You
Yeah,
might
I'm
be
at
at
0. I'm at 0.
so yeah. But yeah, so focus
Despite
on
everything. Yeah, my focus is pretty good, so I think I'll try it. Bless.
Sorry.
Um, so we can or can't use our name techniques right now. Functionally.
You functionally can't. There won't be any. You can basically flavor describe it, but you're not going to get like the
Okay.
conditions or fatigue or anything like that.
Okay.
But you can still flavorfully describe it that way. Yes.
I have no idea what that would even be, so I won't bother. It's okay, so we flavorfully but not really restrained her. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to grasp my head around this concept right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as to perhaps avoid some of the other traps in our area right now, I would like to more or less flavor flame charge, more or less, more as me just like um sort of imbuing, I guess, my legs in this case with a little bit of extra heat as I'm trying to basically long jump towards her without like touching the floor
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully other traps, you know?
Yep. That'll be your action for the turn. But yeah, roll your focus.
Okay. Focus is 11. 4 plus 5 plus 2.
You successfully do that and basically land next to her on the ice, avoiding any traps in the room. Turning
Cool.
to her, she whispers and says, I'm only doing this because he said he'd kill you if I didn't continue to help him.
At this point, he'll kill me regardless of your actions. And when he's done with you, he might kill you all the same.
He sees me as value, though.
Well, that's something he's never seen in me. But hey, look at us, old friend. Just two fools, I suppose. Two fools who both fallen into one man and his particularly pernicious schemes. Pernicious schemes. There's nothing I can do to make you change your minds, and it's probably nothing you could do to change mine, but all I can do for you now is just say one more time, sorry for not appreciating our friendship more, and I'd like to give her a hug.
Give it your turn.
And then I blow up.
Well, as Ayase's hugging her, I guess I sort of put my hands down, not really sure how to react. I asked Ninche, will you give this facade up already?
Crying into Ayase's shoulder, she says, I'm sorry for never telling you how much our friendship helped me.
I don't really think words are the proper thank you here, Ninche. You cannot respect a friendship while actively trying to fight your friends. I don't care what nation you're from. And I decide not to attack for maybe the first time in Giva's life.
Right? Ninche blows up. I'm
Heck.
kidding.
Damn it.
I'm kidding.
I'm waiting for it, bro.
I'm ki-
I watch the same things you've watched. I see what this.
But she does try and maneuver in this hug to drop some spark rocks, which are basically tiny fireworks, at your feet, which she successfully does.
Great.
Freeing her of the ice, basically. Just she kind of pulls it out of her pocket and drops it. Mark a fatigue for that.
Ooh,
As she slips out of your grasp.
It was very light.
Yeah. As she tries to run to her next device. Kimito, your turn. Oh, wait.
So she's broken free and she's
From-
running towards the next device.
Yep.
You are extremely quiet now.
Because I don't have my headphones. My headphones died.
Mm.
I'm trying to fix it. I'm going to use a water whip and try and knock her back. Or no.
Okay.
Am I like? Do I have to be closer? Am I closer?
I
Be a
mean, you
little
don't have
closer.
to for water whip, but
Well, I was going to form a frozen hammer, like a large.
if you want to do that, then I guess yeah.
Okay. Nah, I'll just water whip her. I'm going to mark another fatigue and roll with friendship. Oh, good thing too. 8.
All right, and you knock her down away from her next device that she was going for. Ayase, your turn.
Hmm. Look at my real options here. Oh, man, this is so hard to do without a real combat, man. Um, hmm. Okay. I'm not gonna do that to her. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Woo! So few options that are actually nice. Hmm. Second verse, same as the first. Let's just try to close the gap again.
Okay.
Rain charge with the focus. My focus roll is a 9.
All right. You're able to get to her again as she lays on the ground. You're standing above her.
And Shay, I don't expect you to forgive me for anything, but I just also, I suppose I can't speak for the entire world, but all I know is I forgive you for any of the terrible things that you've been made to do, for you didn't make them truly of your own volition all the way. And also, I say to you that though I haven't been forgiven for perhaps everything I've done, or everything the baggage of nation holds over me, I see with these other two, despite perhaps their heavy handed ways, a path for some change, for some good, for the beginning, perhaps, of a long walk to redemption. One that's earned, not given by the decree of some admiral or lord or king or anyone else, but more hard work. The same sort of hard work that I've seen you fawn over, dote over, just maybe by a different name. I've never known you to be one to deny a challenge.
And crying, she says, "You can't beat him, and I won't let you go. I won't be responsible for your death. If you want to go, you have to. You'll have to fight me, Ayase."
And Shay, for all your cleverness and all your wit in the world, you know you're not going to defeat all three of us, right? Do you know deep inside that you're going to lose, and that, this promise that you made with him was another hollow one, perhaps? One that you yourself maybe don't want to see through to the end,
And
deep inside?
I know that I can't beat you with the same certainty that I know that you can't beat him. But I'm not going. You can't ask me to not try and stop you from being killed, no matter how futile it is.
There you go again, Minshay. Not refusing to give up a challenge.
If you would like to attack, you can, or we will go to the next person.
Man, can't my words just do like a condition or something? I don't want to like actually attack, Not really.
Give it your turn.
Guilty. Well, disappointed that my non-action was a waste of time. I would like to just, use my metal scraps to form a ball and just sort of jab it towards her back.
Sure.
Like a fist
Paralyze her
motion.
for life. That's a good one. That's the first step to friendship every time. Bam, right there in the spot.
12.
Please tell me it was. Please tell me double six.
Is a 5/5.
Damn.
Boom.
Goes right through her. I'm kidding. Anyways, yes, you skillfully target the small of her back, and the weak little thing that she is, it is enough to knock her unconscious. Looking up at Ayase.
No, I don't let her fall. I let her fall.
Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of on the ground already. I
Yeah.
immediately am there to scoop her
Yeah.
up.
Right.
I'm sorry, Ayase, but we have work to do, and even she can't keep us from it.
Well, maybe she has her own work to do. Maybe she'll
We
come
gave
around
her.
sometime.
You gave her a chance. We all did. This isn't on you. It's on her, and she will come to realize that and regret it.
Given I wasn't so easy to lean on others for support the first time it was available to me. And though, yes, I was perhaps fairly judged for my inability to move on past ideals quite literally beaten into me by my father. I hope that you're able to recognize that she had her own ideals, ones that were not all hers, others that were, if not by force, by coercion, by bad faith, ingrained within her. What I'm trying to say, and I was given another chance, please give her another chance.
I, I want to, but the chances are earned.
Well, perhaps she'll earn it next time we're able to speak to her. Next time when we're not all dead by my father's hand as she so feared. If we can assuage that one resounding doubt within her mind that compelled her to do all of this, then perhaps she will see brighter day, better shores, and a new tomorrow.
Now I say, how did we begin this day? I told you, you need confidence. We will accomplish everything we set out to do. That is the way of the Iron Lotus. Change is
So,
not a possibility, it's an inevitability.
if you wanted your symbol to be about change, something as immutable as iron was perhaps not the best. I digress. Um,
Anyway.
All right. You have a unconscious Ninche. Do you go about getting your dresses?
I would think
well,
so, silly now.
before we do anything, let's look for more tripwires.
Yes. Taking the time to look around and
It's just very clever.
and no longer in the throes of battle, you definitely can spot out the rest of the traps in the room. And you can maneuver safely around them.
I like to imagine she visited me at least one time, so there's like a guest bedroom or something that was kind of hers, kind of. So, if I may, just lightly tuck her in wherever that comfy spot may be
Sure.
as we go about our business. Does anybody else have any ideas for what to do to her? Good ideas only.
No.
Bad ideas. We'll listen to bad ideas now.
I'm not listening to bad ideas.
I know
We can
this
fix her.
fun little trick called metal bindings that would probably keep her still for a while.
Yes, we might need to straighten out her spine after what you did to her.
You saw me. I held my hand the first time. Now, the second time, I am never so generous.
You were with me.
Well, generosity is also earned.
Right. Regardless, I think we now have every opportunity to better blend in amongst the Fire Nation folk, so we may have a different entrance into this wedding than one of more pointless violence. Speaking not at you, kind of at myself, the world, at that one really. Not that's not direct. That one's not directed. Some of them are, that now.
All right. And you go and start trying on dresses, and we will cut back to Estrad. Estrad, I assume, but you will have your first point of action after retreating from the tunnel will be regroup with Tico and Rolly,
Yes.
and tell them what happened. I guess.
Yes. And I'm like air tracking the whole way through if I can get
Yeah.
yeah.
So kind of after catching them to speed, you kind of tell them that you'll try and focus your airbending to find them. Go ahead and make a assess situation check. So with creativity, you'll need a 10 up though to pinpoint their exact location.
Got Ben.
Let's say we make that requirement a 9.
So with a 9, you are basically able to pinpoint areas. You're basically still able to map out the tunnels themselves. This does take you a bit of time. Basically, you have to spend another hour really focusing on this. You're able to map out the tunnel system, and then you've basically pinpointed a few rooms where they could be in. You're able to still track people moving, but you're not able to like obviously specify who it is. Just there's movement here, there's movement here. There's a couple people in this room, stuff like that. This is very advanced airbending technique, possibly what got you your mastery stuff.
What can I say?
This is the one. We did it. Echolocation.
Echolocation.
Go in.
Able to so you're able to pinpoint where bodies are. You're able to. There's a few rooms where it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of like. But there's a group of people. Like I said, but you don't not a lot of movement of those people. So there's a few rooms like that. Some might be just different prep areas for the wedding. Some could be soldiers in wait, or they could be your group, and where they're being held.
Okay, so meet up with the two homies. I tell them what has transpired.
Tico says, "We got to go in and we got to go rescue them. We got to do it."
Tico, calm down. We will do that. Don't you worry. But we got to come up with a plan. All right, so I've been trying very hard to map out the tunnel here. I think I've got a pretty good grasp and have a few ideas of where they are, right? But when we get there, you can't just jump the gun and just start going blasting and trying to get them out of there, right? We have to figure out how they're being restrained, who's watching them, if they take any breaks in the guard rotation, see if we can strike to release them without a whole lot of hullabaloo.
We're gonna fight. Can I? I'm ready.
We'll only fight when it's necessary.
Okay.
And so then I take them and we are very, very stealthy this time. Not like kind of stealthy, but we're like very stealthy through it this time.
Yep.
And we start marking the possible runes off one by one.
Okay. Go ahead. Either make push your luck or relying skills and training. So that's focus or passion. For this, now that there's more of a watch going on, more of an alert, I should say, not a watch.
So I'm gonna do the one with focus
Okay.
because that is a +1. And I am going to roly with a Deverange here. Yeah. That would be a 10. Where were you before? Where were you last time? When I was trying to figure out the exact location.
Yep. So you're able to kind of moving through. You're able to kind of cross off a few areas, avoid guards and things like that. You notice a few more elites, guiding wind members that seem to be moving through the tunnels, keeping track, things like basically actually on guard now.
Yeah.
But you're able to still being a smaller group, able to go mostly undetected. Until you finally end up at a room, basically in a corridor, and see two guiding wind members standing at attention outside the room. Basically, the clown man you saw outside of the city hall that one time, and another man who you do not know, who has a kind of a clay jar on his person, wearing airbending monks as well, airbending clothing and attire as well. You assume based on Mukta's warning per se, that is probably Hani, the poisoned wind, I should say.
So,
But you don't.
what's in the jar is the poisoned air.
Or at least what he needs for it. That's what you can probably assume.
And this poison air gives off that scent?
Yeah. You do in that corridor have that cherry blossom scent again.
Yeah, that's okay. So this is a mystery to Astrad, the poisoned air and such. Okay. I guess we are going to. So there's two people watching. They're pretty badass. I don't want to fight them. How does it look that the airbenders are restrained?
So you can't see into the room.
Oh, I can't see into the room. You see them on the outside of the room.
Yeah. There's no door or anything. So but you can't. You still don't have an angle into the room to see them.
Can I, in a similar fashion, shoot out like the most stealthy tracking? Like, is there what's in the room thing? I know there's.
Yeah. You can make another. It'll take you basically to get down to that trance again. Another 15 minutes probably.
Okay.
But you can do that without a check, and I'll have you make another check to see that the thing basically remains stealthy. While Tico and basically the roll is more for Tico and Rolly to remain stealthy. But yeah,
Okay.
So go ahead and make another roll for that if you would like to do that.
Okay. Is there a plus to that?
It's your relies on your skills and training. So the focus.
Yeah. So that's a 8.
All right. They are remain on guard. Seems to be good. They don't break focus. Really, is I guess the statement to make. But yes, you sensing into the room with the air. You're able to doing it a bit more stealth, lighter pressure of the air, basically.
Yeah.
You are able to detect that what seems to be your group lying unconscious in there, not moving around or anything like that.
Unconscious. Okay.
You're not able to detect anything specific as far as like restraints or anything like that, but yeah, you are able to detect that is them and them. You're able to confirm that much.
Oh boy. Okay.
And
Have
furthermore, you don't detect any other entrances into this room. So this is pretty much it.
yeah. Okay, I come back from my trance and I ask Tico and the other dude, female homie,
Rolly.
Rolly. Sorry, I don't remember which two I pulled out.
Yep.
Ask them if there's been any sort of movement by the guards at all. Are they pretty stout or staunch in their guarding?
Tico says, the scary one, the poison cloud guy, yeah, that he seems really focused and all that. But the other one, he seems to be a bit more. He's scary. Like he's a clown. That's really scary. But besides that, he seems really unfocused, kind of bored. Get that much for you.
Okay. Oh, I hate doing this. I am going to oof, try and blow some rocks down the hallway in a suspicious manner.
I'm gonna call it tricks or creativity.
Okay. I think all of my everything except for passion is a +1. So let's go. Shapow. Would be a 9. Woo wee! We're rolling today, baby.
Should I say that number again?
9. Niner. The number after 8.
All right. That will. So you basically blow some rocks down the hall. The two look there and seem to basically think it's nothing, but Sanani, the clown guy, says, "Well, I can at least go check it out. Make sure you keep watch, honey." But yeah, so Sanani goes down the hallway to see what it's about, but Ihani, the poison guy, stays.
Okay. So I guess we are going to attempt to do this in one fell swoop. So we are going to try and avoid actual combat and just kind of rock'em sock'em robot, hit him in the chin, see if he goes down. You know.
Okay.
Now, how are we gonna do this? I imagine the wind funnel makes a good bit of noise.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me look at my other moves. Show me your moves. Okay, so there's no good move I can do. What about above the guy? Is there any suspiciously barely hanging on stalactites?
No, this area has been pretty well mined.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna take a rock and I am just gonna just flick with lots of air force and just kind of. I'm not gonna make a big wind funnel, right? But I'm gonna a sizable rock that I feel like I can flick with some good velocity, and I'm gonna aim right at this guy's temple. You know, I'm gonna try my absolute damnedest to knock him out. And then I'll instruct my two lovely assistants to go in for, I guess, the finishing blow of knocking out if
Right.
my initial strategy doesn't work. Like a good one to like. I think the kiddo like punches the guy in the nuts, and then the other guy kind of really hits him with a knee to the face. You know, like a wah. You know,
Yeah.
we're really gonna go for
Okay.
a 1, 2, 3, and hopefully one of the three of them knocks him out. You know.
Yeah. So to get a clean knockout, what I'm going to have you do is rely on your skills and training 3 times.
Okay. And so
You need 4 successes and for every 10 up will be 2 successes. So to basically clean knock him out in one go.
So I have to. I 3 rolls. And I need 4 successes. So one of them has
4
to be a 10, and then the other 2 have to be passes.
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct.
Okay, this is tough.
But
Okay.
if you get 2, yeah, it's tough to get them out of one go. Yeah,
Okay, and that is not passion, right?
that is focus. Yeah.
Yes. Let's go. Okay. Rubbing them together.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Vegas dice. Here we go. Hey. Yeah. Nope. That would
Yahtzee!
be a 6. 7.
That's a no.
Hey.
7.
No.
Is it
It was
7
a
or-
6. It was a 6. It's
Okay.
a 4,
So
1
yeah,
plus
that
1.
is not a success. So you need 2 10 ups now.
Okay. I don't like this. I don't.
Just do it.
Okay, here we go. Would you believe me if I said 9?
And what?
Go ahead and roll the third one because I'm applying fatigue. But yeah, he will not be clean knocked out. But yes, go ahead and roll the third one for damage purposes.
What if I roll a 13 here?
If you roll 2 6s, I'll give it to you.
Oh, baby. Here we go. Hey! No! I rolled an 11! Well, 12 if you add my plus, but no!
12! I heard it was a 12!
Ah, no! No!
Man rolled 1 less than he needed every time.
I hate you guys. I hate this game.
Yes. But yeah, the 3 blows connect. But he is not enough to knock him unconscious. And Ihani goes, "What? Sanani!" And right now it is just the 3 of you against him. And that is all he has done so far. We will do the same thing I did for the other group of not going into a full combat exchange. We will basically go into a mock initiative. So roll 2d6, and I'll roll for him and your 2 students.
Use friendship. You can get out of this one.
Me. Yeah. 10. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, dice. Yes. 10, flat 10, no pluses. Exactly what I need. Haha.
You're both your students rolled a 7 and he rolled a 9, so you're still first.
Um.
But yeah, basically you're not in techniques, but you're still able to do with what you want with airbending, whatever your imagination comes up with, and apply focus to the roll, basically.
Okay. I am going to take I'm stuck between being stealthy but effective. So I can't just make a wind funnel again.
Mm-hmm.
He did kind of alert his homie, and I'm sure his homie heard.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to take the next largest rock, and instead of flicking it like this, I'm going to really give it a maybe like a Kamehameha.
Mm-hmm. Good for me. Roll that focus.
Okay. Yoing. Oh, they bounced. That would be a 7.
All right, that is enough to knock him off his feet.
Excellent. Okay, and then this is where I've positioned my 2 homies really well so that it's a tabletop, so it knocks him off his feet because the kiddo was on his hands and knees for the table, and then the other person hits him with the people's elbow on the way down, kind of really cementing, cementing the yeah. You see what I'm getting, right? Usually someone does the push on the tabletop, but instead the push is the Kamehameha. Then there's the tabletop from the kiddo, and then really the we can't not emphasize the people's elbow enough here.
Yeah, and that is what they will be going for, of course. Ahani still has a turn first. He's going to, as you've knocked him over, he's going to try and quickly in that moment try and unstopper the jar for his poison.
He fumbles the bag. He rolls a snake eyes. 2 ones.
Rolled a 6.
Okay, yes, that's
with
not
no pluses.
That's not a good.
And he tries to get it open. So then the table comes in.
Oh baby, yeah, the tabletop. Here you go.
Table. He goes for the table, but the guy just flips over the table. He's an airbender. That was a bad roll from Tico.
What?
But roll,
bro. All you had to do was be a table. That's all you had to do, Tico. That was it.
He rolled a 4. I would have maybe taken the 6. He rolled a 4 though. But,
okay.
Rolly.
Well, where's the people's elbow coming in?
Rolly's busted. Rolly, as the Hani dodges out of the way of the table somehow, flips over that. Rolly just goes in for the best people's elbow you've ever seen. Bam on his head, knocking him unconscious.
Cacao, kapow. Okay.
No time to celebrate. You basically have to go in and grab.
Yeah. So we bust open. There's no doors, right? Like it's just an empty room, right?
Yeah.
Empty
room.
Empty with bodies,
doorway.
Right?
Yeah. That is correct.
So now, how many people can I air scooter out of there at one time? I'm a pretty big guy, so probably two fireman carries, right?
Yeah, you can. Each of you could probably get 2 of them. So. And there's only 5 of them.
Yeah.
It's basically your choice on who wants to have the least load.
Yeah, that's gonna be the kiddo. Tico.
Okay.
Tico. He's one with the scooter, but not that well. So then I grab the big ol' homies and we ride into the sunset like Grease at the end of Grease, like when we summer nights and then just like kind of go to the, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the second Grease reference I've heard today, which is more than I thought.
So your goal is now to just basically follow the path, get them out of there, right?
Yes, we are stage left, exit. I don't know what that is in theater terms. I haven't done theater in a while.
All right. So roll push your luck 3 times.
Pushing 0 luck. There's who do you take me for? The lucky get? Come on. Is that?
That's passion. If you want, you can roll. If you would take fatigue, you can roll on your balance instead, to the positive of what your balance is at.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But you will take a fatigue for each roll.
You think I give it? We're about to leave. Make like a tree. I'm making like a damn tree and leafing. Roll number 1 fatigue. That's 11 with the fatigue.
All right, good.
Okay, nice. That is a 9 with the fatigue.
Good.
Okay. And
let Rolly do this one.
And 8 with the fatigue.
You're able to successfully get them out. Moving quick enough that the guards that do see you aren't able to follow.
Can I this may be too late, right? But can I snatch the coin pouch of poison air?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll say you can grab that. No roll there.
Okay,
That's fine.
cool. Because I don't want to. I mean, maybe I want to study it a little bit, but like, I just want them not to have it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh
Like they can have a gun. There's no bullets, right? I'll just take all the bullets. Or they can have a bunch of bullets, but no way to fire them. No, that's fine. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Estrada's done something positive and gotten away with it. And you have heard of me.
First time ever.
Rare episode.
First time ever. All right, you're able to get your buddies out. What do you do now? Everyone is out. Unconscious, beaten. Probably coming to. Depending. I guess by the time you guys get out, they're probably coming to. But the sense you get on their condition is not. They're definitely no longer at like a fighting capacity.
Yeah.
The five of them.
What a great time to see you guys. Hey, other people in my party, right?
Shoo. Is somebody speaking about me?
It depends. What is your next approach?
We're leaving. We're like.
So you've left, but like now that you've kind of gone to a spot, I guess surveying the cave site. So you're like not in the cave system anymore, but you're surveying the cave site. Are you just retreating? Are you retreating all the way back up the mountain?
No, I mean I don't want to go all the way up the mountain, right? But like we're a safe distance away, but we wouldn't traverse any difficult to traverse obstacles. So like if I happen to see like a big ol' Estrad signal in the sky, like I would have like a straight shot, you know what I'm saying? To like at arm's length.
Mm-hmm.
As best as my arm can lengthy. You know, one of those.
Right. So you're basically still staying close enough that you can keep an eye on any like explosions. That's your
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
That's your move finishing out. You're not making any more actions. Any other action would be a reaction to something happening. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, except the action is to nurse any of the homies.
Right.
Back to fighting. I would if any visible wounds would be treated. Any sort of medicine or medical capabilities in which I have been taught and or learned would be employed to make my fighters into fighting condition. But other than that, no, I am a reactive stance kind of guy. Taking the dodge action.
If you will.
All right. We cut back to our other group. Now in the dresses that they have picked out.
I picked out.
Yeah, sure. Whatever Ayase has willingly given to her friends.
My third and fourth least. I'm sorry, what?
I've just got to say, this is such a pretty dress.
Oh, this old thing. Haven't aired it out in a while. I'm just happy the moths haven't taken it.
You're muted. Keep it up.
You muted yourself. I'm muted, but I still can't hear you.
Yep, can't hear you.
Oh,
Can't hear Jake.
because I turned on push to talk and
Yeah, I had my mic muted there.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
Got spooky.
I just don't want you to hear like my background clicky or anything like that because I know my mic tends to pick up a bunch. So.
Himoto, you were saying.
I'm sorry. I was trying to use push to talk and it's the end of me. It's the bane of my existence. Anyways. Giva, you look quite pretty as well.
Thank you. I'm not I'm not really sure how comfortable I am, but we'll make it work.
Don't just don't move too much. This is a very fine operation we have going right now. There's lots of giver
Imagine.
and lots of material.
I like to imagine Giva is like stuck in like this position because the sleeves are too tight and the dress is too tight.
You just see my bulging muscles. Ah!
Every now and then you hear the seams ripping.
Oh God, I
Straps,
think I moved a
the,
little.
the straps are absolutely digging into your delts.
I'm that muscular in real life too.
Very impressive. Very nice.
Thank you, I'll say, for the clothing. Hopefully, it looks all right. I suppose it's supposed to be this tight fitting.
More or less, yes. Now, just because you look the part doesn't quite mean we've sold our illusion quite yet. So, in this brief montage sequence, I will show you some things of elegance and how to conduct yourself best so as to not stick out anymore.
The lesson.
Mr. G, I'm
Mhm.
going to get my walk this way feature.
Yep, go for it.
All right, cool. Is it one roll or should it be two separate ones?
Just do one roll.
All right, that makes it a little scarier in a way, but whatever. We'll get it. I'll get it in one. Roll creativity. Bam! 552. That's a total of 12.
You all know enough about Fire Nation wedding culture to get yourselves into a wedding.
Excellent.
I
Let's go.
imagine it was just like 10 different ways to curtsy depending on a person's status.
Probably.
It was the first 30 minutes, yes. Plus hour of instruction until you got it right.
Well,
Give or take
are
45.
we adequately prepared, do you say?
Yes, I must admit, I wasn't aware you were capable of such elegance, but we're all learning a lot today. Mado, your performance was quite natural, quite free flowing, excellently done.
Thank you. I did spend some time serving in the palace in the Northern Water Tribe, so I'm familiar.
Finding out so many things about each other today. Let's Pen. We'll come back to that.
Shall we
But
be going?
yes, I think we have to carry on with our grim task. May it not be as emotionally painful as everything else we've done today.
Yes. Well, let's hit the road, as they say.
Right. Before we depart, I just want to double check Ninshe is sleeping peaceful.
Yep, still unconscious.
So okay. Make sure to elevate the head a little bit. Turn her to her side just in case. Make
Good
sure
old
she has
recovery
like
position.
nice glass of water next to her bed.
All right.
Alright.
Are we getting there by boat? What's the plan?
Just go in the cave.
They basically when they left, told you how to get there from the summer home. So, but there's no boat. You will need to basically get there yourselves. So it'd be about another hour, 30 minute of travel from here.
Mm. Well,
It
I'm prepared to walk for 30 minutes. Is everybody else?
I still have my comfy shoes on. And moccasins, I guess, is what they would probably be.
There is not nearly enough spikes on those shoes, though.
I didn't know we had to climb. I just thought we were going into caves.
Well, you could, I could piggyback you. It might mess up my dress, though, now I think about it.
Yeah.
Just don't bend anymore. Just don't do it. Dangerous.
Will we need to be climbing, Mr. GM?
Yes.
Oh. Well, do you have
Oh,
any rope?
just put the dress in the nice dress bag, and then we do a quick change routine once we get through 90% of the cave, and voila!
That's a brilliant plan. Yet again, Ayase, you're 2 for 2 today.
You'll be a leader yet.
I still see this as 2 for 3 personally, but
Well, 2 for 2 on brilliant ideas.
Oh for 1 on good friendships, though.
What'd you say?
Oh for 1 on solid friendships.
No. I am our solid friend now.
Oh, we're at that level.
well, you know,
I fought using friendship. At least Kimano thinks that they're friends. Anyways, let's hit the road.
So just to reiterate, y'all are using the secret tunnel or trying to get entrance to the front of the wedding, to the actual.
To be clear, I feel like going through the secret tunnel and all this dress up might not be the best idea. It'll be hard to fit in when we're covered in mud.
that's what the dress bag is for. The
Oh.
bag.
Also, secret tunnel.
Tunnel.
Through the mountain.
Secret,
All right.
Secret tunnel.
The tunnel it is.
This
And
is
the
doable.
Officially through the tunnel?
Yes.
Dress in bags in the tunnel, yes.
Are we naked?
What? No, you just have your normal clothes.
Sorry, I mean it's a valid question. I don't know.
What?
I thought we'd put the dresses on, but then I guess we took the dresses off, and I wasn't sure if we put other clothes back on, and we were just gonna change in the. There was a lot of. It was a big dress up montage, and I wasn't clear on the details.
Whatever you did in the changing room is up to you, but we prefer clothes.
Geva, yes, you're naked, but you are still wearing the mustache.
And the apron, I imagine.
I just walked onto the set of the wrong movie.
I keep that thing on me. Alright, anyway, back to the stream.
Avatar streams are fun, guys.
Avatar. Once a month.
Once a month.
I'd like
special treat.
I'd love to keep the mustache gag funny every month.
Man, how have we not called this the mustache gang? This is.
I mean, only half of us are actually into the whole mustache game, so.
That didn't stop us with Cheese Gang.
Oh my god, that would be a bad vote.
Only half of these players are actually able to achieve a mustache.
Unless you're gonna tell me only 1 out of 7 of us have bean-based powers.
What?
Not in on the joke. You should join us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central for Whose Turn Is It Anyways? Ashana Rising.
Which is somehow a little more organized. Or maybe not. Maybe we're always fools.
There's 8 of us. We have to be on schedule on that stream.
We are
We're on schedule today.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
And 30 minutes left. I'm going to say it and knock on wood still. We haven't lost power today.
Garrett, say that now.
What a powerful stream!
That only happened once.
Computer fell.
All right. Anyways, I think we're walking through a cave.
Yeah, walking to
Tunnel.
the cave. The
Tunnel
secret
gang.
tunnel. All right. So going through your secret tunnel, you make it to a similar area that Strahd gang was in earlier. Not the same tunnel, but similar.
Mhm.
A secluded area that as I look out into the main chamber and all of that, a bit closer to the ground, there is an entrance nearby, basically. Basically another 30 feet to an entrance. But yeah, there's a crack in the wall. You see and you can see the basically the proceedings. It seems like the wedding has been fully set up. The few attendees who have arrived. So Minister Kute, let's see who all do you see in the chamber? Minister Kute. You see the Fire Sage Kaja, the General Aiko, the Guard Captain Anaka, some other noble families. Very few, basically, very few noble families of North Chungling are here. You see Chondro. You see Ida, who's a huge, very very buff air nomad, kind of standing at his ready. But and you see other normal Guiding Wind members, but no other elite members, basically, in the chamber. But it seems that the wedding, you do not see the princess. Of course, she is not walking down the aisle yet. It seems the wedding is just about to start. So you have a few moments before it is time to take your seat. So you have enough time to basically change and get in there.
All right, gang.
What is our goal?
Up
Are
to
we
y'all.
information
I mean,
gathering?
what was our air quotes stated goal from you, Jan?
It wasn't really a goal per se. It was more of there is a wedding happening, and there is suspicion that someone is going to use this wedding to direct Chondro at the Fire Lord.
Right.
That could be through the actual marriage itself. Could be that. There could be other plots in play, but they did not know what the trigger could be. It was more of a thought that something is probably going to go awry here.
And
Okay, so the
Chondro?
most major players here are Conjuro and Anaka. Anybody else super prominent that we see right now?
The general is here. You do not see your father.
No father, no Seishun. Okay,
There's
okay.
Seishun. Those are really the only players that are missing, besides of course Ninche.
Right.
And other air nomad, other Guiding Wind elite members, which y'all don't know why they aren't here.
Yeah.
You don't really know them,
I
period.
don't know them by name, so
Yeah. The only one you would have heard about would have been Hayate, who not in the room. You don't see a air nomad with a sword.
nary a sword in sight.
That would be Chondro, and him would probably be the only ones you would specifically have looked for.
Right.
You do see other Guiding Wind members that are lower level in the room. And there are still guards in the room as well.
Well, I suppose our course of action is just to observe and wait to see what happens in the situation.
And if a fight arises, are we to intervene?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I suppose it depends on the combatants of said fights, but I think our principal idea here is to stop anybody who is potentially trying to politically game the situation. If we are so fortunate as to be able to see such a thing.
Well, I've gotten pretty good with my my senses since our training in the cavern, so I'm hoping to detect it by, maybe any shifts in the land echoes. I don't really know how seismic sense works. I don't know how to describe it.
Could you do that now to see if there's anything that we're not missing? Anything that we are missing?
Well, I don't really feel any aggressive shifts right now, so
Yes, but
no.
so rare it is for
I
aggression to
can't
be worn on a sleeve.
I can't read people's minds through vibrations, I say. Give me a break.
Well, if you can't read their minds, perhaps you could read their heavy trodden footsteps as they come barging in towards our location.
Well, that's what I'm saying, or trying to say. I'm not great with words, I say.
Just do a seismic sense right now. Just try it. Just see what happens.
Roll on your rely on skills and training if you'd like to do it now.
Just check. I'm about to change. Make sure we're safe.
12.
12.
Okay, roll.
So definitely the most people here are in this in the wedding chamber. Basically, there are a few guiding wind members running around. The different through the different corridors, apparently seemingly in a hurry. The guiding wind elite members. There
I wonder
are
who could have caused that.
Is this in media res? Is it simply a straw?
You see different, the caterers getting food ready to bring in.
Give over your seismic sense. Do they have mustaches?
You see a very large contingent of guards. Sense of very large contingent of guards, rather, and other, based on their heavy footsteps and things. And another chamber, seemingly with two other figures, one of Lightstep, likely the princess, and based on what you know of her, and likely Mr. K, based on what you don't know of him. Let's see, but yeah, otherwise, nothing else in this actual chamber, this network of caves that you can sense.
Alright, I relay all this information. Right now, it feels like we might be safe, but I'll keep an eye out and, I suppose a foot out.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Did you relay all that information?
Yes, I did.
As the DM explained it?
Yes.
Yes, I'm growing quite pale.
Are you alright? I didn't
Yes.
sense anyone readying an attack.
No, but if what you described is perhaps true, then I might not be safe. Might be under his visage once more.
Well, like I say, if there's anything I learned over my brief life, it's that safety rarely lasts. And sometimes we've got to step up. And, well, we've got to, well, I don't know, maybe form a rebellion group and try to find some sort of semblance of peace. But it's a lot of work. As Gibba's pep talk just slowly fades into melancholy.
Disintegrates.
Yeah, it's like, well, we're rarely safe, and
Nothing ever works. We're all gonna die the heat death of the universe, and blah blah blah.
Kamado, can you step in? You're usually the words person, and I'm usually just the metal fist part of this relationship.
Well, yes. I gotta say, I'm just a little confused, I guess, on what you're talking about. Under whose control are you about to be?
Well, no one's control per se. If I've learned anything today, I suppose it's we are all constantly making choices, and we have the ability, perhaps, to choose against what we've been told, though not all of us have such as easy of a choice, especially not when there is coercion involved. None more threatening or pernicious than that of one Admiral K, my father. So, if he truly be here, even if it is but a hunch based on a seismic foot pattern, um,
To be fair, I did just learn this trick about a week ago.
a week ago.
But I'm quite apt at it, you know. I pick up things, pretty well. I'd say I'm a pretty skilled earthbender, if I can brag a little bit.
Yes, you are perhaps the most adept fighter and righteous combatant I've ever seen. You who can so easily rebel against authority and go straight into the tides of war for a cause you think more noble and righteous.
Now I also be careful. That almost sounded like a compliment.
I'm trying, okay. Mm, There's, I'll
My,
do my best if things come to the very worst. Let us simply hope and pray and collaborate together, I suppose, that a more amicable resolution can come of this perhaps an ill-intended wedding.
I put my hands on Kimado's shoulder and Ayase's, and I say, "Well, we'll never know if we don't get in there." And I shove them forward.
I go down 3 inches into the dirt when you do that.
I hope not.
Well, I
I
guess
see.
we're doing it. So let's attend a wedding.
All right.
Quick change montage.
You quick change and walk in, and that as you walk in, that is when the um everyone is being signaled to take their seats.
I sit on the bride side.
Um,
Can we do that here? I don't know.
as a uh greeter comes to you and says, bride or groom,
The bride.
Bride.
Looking the three of you up and down, she says, right this way. And she
10 up, baby. Let's go. 10 up.
escorts you to 3 seats in the back.
That's pretty good. Can I be like, can I be in the middle and Giva specifically be on the aisle-ish side so as to perhaps provide the slightest cover from prying eyes?
You all are basically not on the inside seating, you're on the outside seating.
I see.
Okay, whatever deflects me from the aisle, so I have the slightest bits of cover.
I puff up to sort of hide her.
I make myself small.
All right. Giva, are you actively still trying to seismic sense?
Yes.
Make another focus roll.
7.
7?
No, wait. 8. Sorry.
8?
Do math. Yeah.
All right. You sense that the contingent of guards and what you assume is the princess are making their way to the wedding chamber. But the other footstep seems to be leaving the premises and heading towards the edge of your somewhat limited vision you have, basically leaving the cave network. The footstep that you can all assume is probably Mr. K's.
I lean down to Ayase. I think the bride is gone to a private room, but I sense perhaps your father's footsteps amiss.
What do you mean amiss?
And I tell Ayase what Garrett told me.
So just
He
seems to be leaving the vicinity?
Yep.
Oh
Well,
boy, I hate that.
that's what it feels like. I mean, to be fair, I can only feel so far before the footsteps get too faint, but it doesn't feel right.
I don't know what this means.
Perhaps.
Here comes the bride as the music starts to.
Oh
And
man.
everyone rises. You of course all do as well, knowing Fire Nation customs.
No, I put my arms behind him to remind him.
As this happens, can I lean still over to Ayase, like, maybe you or Kimado can sneak away. Everybody's eyes are going to be on the bride.
Well, I think that might be the most important place for our eyes to be right now.
Well, if me and Kimado stay here, we can watch the bride, but I think someone needs to follow your father. Okay.
Wait, yo, Kimado, what?
I can follow him. There's nothing I can do about it. I can follow him.
That's best. All right, Kimado, I believe in you.
Kimado, I like you. I don't want you to die.
Kimado, go ahead and make a assess. I mean, that's a roll your skills and training to sneak away, or take a fatigue and roll on your balance.
I think I'll save those.
Might need some of them.
Can't take that back, can I?
You can if you want.
I rolled a 5.
You basically trying to leave. You basically almost run into one of the guards, who has escorted the princess into the chamber. But
Started off as a joke.
But everyone's eyes are, like I say, on the bride. The guard does not try and stop you. It is just noticeable that you are trying to leave. Or that you are leaving, I should say.
That is
But as the bride makes her way down the aisle and you rush to catch up to Mr. K, we actually cut to Estrade's point of view. Estrade, simultaneously, or about the same time, anyways. We're now back on the same timeline, rather.
Uh
You notice 50 soldiers marching up the mountain path.
huh. What kind of benders are they?
Firebenders. And you notice that they are approaching they're basically approaching the main entrance. I suppose. You see that there are a few guiding wind members outside. Most notably, you do spot Mukta among them. He seems to be trying to talk to them. You assume as they're approaching, he was trying to talk to them. It seems about, where, if they had seen anything suspicious. Probably you're assuming that he's probably trying to find out if they saw you leave. That's what you could probably safely assume.
If Mukta saw me leave, or if the fire.
If the guiding wind members that are kind of stationed outside the main entrance if they
Saw
you leave.
me leave.
Right. That's what you could assume was happening before the soldiers started walking up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's what you can just based on the gestures and all that. That's what you can probably assume. Basically, have you seen somebody? Blah blah blah.
I was
They were
confused. I was like,
basically sitting guard.
why on earth are these Fire Nation guards asking if Estrade has left the wedding?
No.
Okay. I'm on the same page.
So Estrade is talking to the guiding members that are standing guard,
Yeah.
and then they take notice of the 50 soldiers now walking up, and Mukta kind of you can see, you're far enough away that you can't tell like what's being said, but you can still see facial expressions and things like that from where you are. So you can tell that it seems like he's confused. He's trying to ask, it seems that he's trying to ask, why are they there? Things like that.
Yeah. I'm going to engage stealth mode and then get close for earshot, but not close for eye shot.
Okay. Roll rely on your skills and training. So with focus.
6.
As you get close, you are intercepted.
I let somebody actually get to me. I figured if I was, someone started to sniff the stuff I was leaving behind, I'd vacate the area.
You basically, as you're approaching through the sky, you see another airbender in the sky with you.
Okay, abort.
A guiding
Hard abort. I sense, I see, I do anything hard abort, and I give him the runaround and don't go back to the camp. I swoop and try to go to the mountains to yeah.
Yeah, I'll have you roll to try and lose them real quick. Right. So roll on your rely on your skills and training.
That would be 11.
Okay. You're able to lose them amongst all the trees and basically circle back to what you were trying to do. But you have missed part of the conversation. That the soldiers have now fully arrived.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And are seemingly waiting for. But you're now within earshot, so you can hear what's going on. You just hear Mukta say, "Well, I don't know why you are here. We weren't expecting anybody else." And that's when Mr. K arrives behind him.
Does a pretend gong go off in the back? Bong! Like something's happening.
No. Kimido, you have caught up. You are basically hiding behind probably some rocks, keeping your distance. He doesn't seem to have detected you. And the two of you see Mr. K funnel fire through Mukta's stomach.
I can't say he didn't get what he deserved, but like, oh, and oh.
Excuse me while I post One Piece spoilers in chat.
Am I
If you know you.
Astrad or Mr. K?
What? Sorry, you're by Mr. K. So you are seeing this from inside, basically.
Okay.
You've arrived. And you see the soldiers too. You see the surprise on the two, the few, not two. There's probably about 5 or so guiding wind members like standing guard that see this happen. See the shock on their face. To see Mukta fall to the ground, and you hear you both hear Mr. K say, "Eliminates them," and the Fire Nation soldiers rain hell on these poor guiding wind members,
Gracious.
and they are all burned alive.
Oh no.
Fan out and eliminates the rest. Of course, under Fire Lord Sozin's orders.
Oh,
Bum, bum, bum.
Firewall's back.
I retreat from the. I retreat to find some where my soldiers are taking respite from the dangers that lie ahead.
All right. As you immediately go to leave, you
No.
and Kimido's eyes meet.
Okay.
So you both see each other in your different hiding places, basically. Or as you're leaving your hiding place, you see her in her hiding place, and your similar looks of horror on each other's faces.
I assume I have a much less look of horror,
Well, probably, but
more of shock than horror.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Horrified.
yeah, that's a fat double take.
I am horrified. Oh, I see.
Yeah. I'm double taking at you, not at what just happened.
I give a very sheepish. Are the soldiers coming our direction?
And as you are flying away, Estrad, you see that the Fire Nation soldiers are spanning out. Mr. K continues to he continues with a group of them, not going back the way he came, but kind of continuing around the mountain. But they're splitting off in 3 directions. The main contingent, about 20 or so, heading into the main chamber.
Where the wedding is?
Heading towards the wedding, yeah. And the other, about 15, is that math right? Yeah. 15 others are basically spreading out.
GM, Mr. Quick question: is there a universal
Yep.
sign for a run in Avatar Land?
Huh. Yeah.
You can, no, but you can try.
I point at Kimido, and I go like in the opposite direction.
Yeah, that's clear enough for you.
Yes, I understand, but I would like to try and make my way back to the wedding chambers to make sure
Okay.
that Giva is okay. I will not abandon him.
You make this decision quick enough that you don't have to make any additional stealth checks or anything.
Cool.
So I watch her go back in.
Oh yeah, you watch her definitely bolt back inside, but
Yes.
and you have done enough air sensing at this point to know what the general architecture of this place is, to know that she's heading to the wedding chamber. So you would know this just based on how much surveillance you've done.
Damn, do I get water scientist after this?
Never.
Okay,
Good blood sense. We'll
so
talk.
I guess what I'm doing is I sense the stupidity of the one that I just watched not run. Try and set up an area of quick escape. You know, like securing the getaway vehicle. You know, like standing by with like, you know, 3 homies with a air kite, so that they, you know, someone could just hitch a ride as we need to
Okay.
escort the homies out, but like at a safer than safe distance, where like maybe we'd have to wait a turn and use the sprint action to get in. You know, I know we're pretty banged up as it is as a group, so
So basically, you're basically setting up
a getaway car.
a medical retreat of sorts. Just all you are
Uh,
basically circling the
uh
yeah, basically circling the area, or you.
no, we're literally keeping a car running near the highway. And we're just there's 3 people that are stationed with an air kite thing. I forget the name escapes me.
Glider, yeah.
Glider, where we could have each of our friendly members hold on as we zoom into the wind.
Okay, so are you basically waiting in? Are you basically all waiting together at one spot, or are you
We're all waiting together in one spot, the main
okay?
entrance, but like
The main entrance.
farther than far enough away.
So basically, probably about where your hiding spot was, maybe a little further.
Probably, yeah. But like,
Okay.
yeah, still I can see, and if I see something going down, I can give the signal and the 3 of us run.
Yeah, you
Or
can
the-
definitely hear. You would definitely hear
Yeah,
if
yeah.
like a major fight broke out, like between 2 sides. This was not. This was pretty quick. So we cut to the people in the wedding area with the music. Basically, where you didn't hear it over the music itself. Here comes the bride. Um, so all this basically happened as she made her way down the aisle, and is now with Condro.
To my seat.
You have not made it back to your seat yet. I'm blanking on my wedding procedures.
What happens first?
I know, right?
Our girl.
Yes, all of the entrances have happened. That's what I was getting at. The pastor has basically started his general like introduction to the wedding. Just wedding description, stuff like that. Wedding,
We are gathered here today.
We are gathered here today. That part, whatever that. There's a name for that. I don't remember what it is. Anyways,
I don't know.
yeah, right. At that point is when you have made it back, Kimado. You've made it back to your seat as they've he's started, going into that. 3 of you are probably not focused on that part at this point. You're probably turning your attention to Kimado.
Guys, I say it very quietly. A bunch of Air Nation, I think the Guiding Wind people, were just murdered in cold blood. We need to be on the lookout because I think an attack is about to happen. I don't know who the target is. Maybe it's Condro, maybe it's the princess. I don't know. But we need to be ready because they are ruthless.
Was it her father?
Yes. It was General K acting on the Fire Lord's orders.
Where are they going to right now?
All
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
everywhere.
should we evacuate?
I don't know.
Uh,
It seems
well,
like
if
Flashback to Estrad. Point. Finger run. Point.
I think
Finger run.
that we should leave.
But what about the princess? I assume she's a princess. I just realized I don't know her royal title.
I don't think she will be in danger since she is not an air nomad.
We're
Oh,
not air
she is,
nomads either, but we're in danger.
and she
Wow.
is cavorting with one.
That is very true. I don't know.
Um,
I
I
also would.
I try to subtly and without receiving any advice, disrupt a pillar maybe in the far back of the room, uh, to create some sort of disruption.
Sure. Roll on your rely on your skills and training.
Hopefully, I don't go to prison forever for this. 11.
You're able to basically cause what looks to be a small uh, rock collapse onto the food table.
Now say, gasp. I need y'all to gasp and be scared.
Ah, his cabbages! Ah!
Everyone kind of turns their attention, and of course notice that, but then they notice
Oh no.
the 20 Fire Nation soldiers enter the room and start attacking the groom's side,
Oh, well, we sound
saying, "For Fire Lord Sozin!"
Well, hopefully they're not caught completely off guard.
And that is where we will.
Is it just guards, or has Father entered the mix?
He is not among those 20.
Okay, that offers me a little consolation. Okay, director cut.
But yes, that is where we'll end today's episode of Avatar Legends, our TTRPG by, again, Magpie Games. Hope you enjoyed this dramatic wedding crashing episode. I'll have to find a funny title next time for not the Red Wedding.
Based on your current camera settings, orange?
Orange? Yeah, right. But anyways, hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next month for more Avatar Legends. Tune in on Tuesday for our Shauna Rising campaign as we go back to our Silver Stars Festival arc. But anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
And have a mighty fine week. Or a Winstrad week.
Say, what a wonderful